Hey guys, welcome to Mitch's Music. Today we are going to continue our Learning by Ear course with learning about minor and major chords. So let's just do a quick recap. In the very first course, what we were talking about is recognizing the chord changes, so therefore kind of the pattern of the song that you're trying to learn. In the last one, we were talking about finding your first note, and then we went a little further into once you find your first note, then that narrows it down enough that you can probably find your second, third, or even fourth note. Today we're going to talk about recognizing major and minor chords. We're also going to talk a little bit about what major and minor chords actually are. So let's just get started. So I'm going to show you a couple of different major and minor chords sort of in the same places. And what we're going to do is we're going to black out the screen like we have before. And you're going to try to tell me if it is a major or a minor chord that I'm playing. All right. So this is an E major chord. So this is what a major chord sounds like. This is what an E minor chord sounds like. This is what an A major chord sounds like. This is what an A minor chord sounds like. And then you also have minor chords and major chords that are bar chords. So let's take a look at those as well. So here is a major chord using the E string. Here's a minor chord using the E string. Then here is a minor chord, we'll start with the minor, using the A string. And here is a major using the A string. Alright, so I'm going to black it out. I'm going to play a chord. Let me know whether you think it is a major or a minor chord. Here we go. What do you think? This was a major chord, so I was playing actually a G major chord. So I was playing the bar chord on the 4th fret or 3rd fret. It sounds like this. Now to turn that one minor, all I've got to do is raise this finger right here. All right, let's do one more test. And then we'll talk about what major and minor chords are. So black it out. All right, what did you think? That was a minor chord, so I played an E minor chord on that one. And once again, a major chord, all I've got to do is put this finger down. So notice for the last two chords, when I showed you the difference between a major to a minor, I lifted a finger. And then when I showed you the difference between a minor and a major, I put a finger down. So the difference between a minor and a major is the third note of the chord. So every chord is made up of 3 notes. The first note is what we call the root note. That's what you would normally call its name. So in this chord that I just played, the root note is an E. Alright, so that's the root note. And so this would be an E chord of some sort. Now, we don't know whether it's a major or minor chord until we know the next 2 notes, but definitely the next one. So the next note is the third. And what I mean by third is we are going to go 3 notes up from E. So you're going to do E, F sharp, G sharp for a major note. So this note right here that I'm actually playing is a G sharp. The tricky part about guitars sometimes is that when you're looking at a piano, you would just skip over 3 notes and then skip over another 3 notes and there's your chord. So you would have one finger on this note, 2 notes over from that one you would have this one, 2 notes over from that one you have this one. It's a little more visual. Now with guitars we have repeating notes in our chord. And so it gets a little confusing because it doesn't quite go in a nice, tidy little order. But if you are trying to learn the difference between a major and a minor chord, it really relies on that third. So if I was playing a major chord, the third would be higher because from the root note to the third would be what is called a major third. And for the key of E, that would be a G sharp. This is a G sharp right here. So if I wanted to make that a minor chord, I would make the third flat, or flat, or make it go down a half step, not necessarily flat. Some notes would be flat. Some notes, if it's already a sharp like this one, would just go to the natural note, which is a G. So this would go from a G sharp right here to a G. All right, so it kind of works the same way. So if I was doing a C, so here's a C major chord, and the C is in order. So when you're playing a C, you've got C, E, G, C. So this is the root, this is the third, the G string is the fifth, and the B string is, when we have our finger down, is the just kind of the octave, so it's going to do the root again. So to play this one, and normally we don't play C chords like this because it's a little tricky. So I have a major chord right here. To make this one minor, I'm going to need to move this finger down to here, and it would sound like this. Now, the tricky part when you're doing this is we aren't gonna have a hard time playing that C. So we're gonna have to kind of reimagine how we do our fingers. So here's, so that's a minor chord, major chord. All right. Now let's talk about what minor chords are in most keys. So in the video before, we had figured out we figured out our notes. So say that our root note is on the 5th fret. I told you that if you found out that your root note was on the 5th fret, then you can go from here to here, so, or here, because it narrows down the notes that are in the song. So if you are playing in this one, you would have a 1 here, a 4 here, a 5 here. Now all of those are major chords. And the cool thing about this is you aren't going to have to tune your ears most of the time to whether or not the chord is major or minor, because once you figure out that first note, the other notes are going to fall into place. And let me show you what I mean. So when I'm starting right here, I could play an A major scale, and I'm going to just show you what that is. You have an A right here, the B would be right here, then I'm going to go over to the next string, that's a C sharp, then D, then E, this would be F sharp, and then this would be a G sharp, then to A. Now, the A, the D, and the E are going to be major chords, and it's going to be like that for every song. So the 1, the 4, and the 5 are always major chords. And if they're not major chords for whatever reason, either it's actually in a different key, or they're changing a chord for a moment just to do something else. Now these other chords, all the other chords except for the 7th, which isn't played that often in popular music, country music, rock music, it's not played that often because its natural state is being diminished, and that would sound something like this. And we do hear that sound in 7th chords, but we don't really use it as a full chord in a lot of songs. So let's talk about what those others. So we have the major right here, 1, 4, and 5. And then all the rest of them, the 2, the 3, the 6 are all going to be minor chords. So you have major 1, minor 2, minor 3, major 4, major 5, minor 6, diminished 7th. Alright, so major minor chords. I'm going to throw a couple of more examples out there to just keep testing your ears on those major and minor chords. And in the next videos, what I'm going to do is we're going to kind of camp here for a little while. And I'm going to pick out some different songs, and I'm going to play them, and I'm going to see if you can guess what song I'm playing. And then we're going to talk about the chord changes and how they work. After that, what I'm planning on doing is talking about patterns. So we've already talked about the fact that most of the time your pattern is going to be like a 1, 4, 5, maybe a 6 here and there. But we're going to talk about the patterns. We're also going to talk about note names. We're going to talk about some different patterns as well. So a lot of songs you probably have noticed have walk downs. So like when you're playing slower songs, you might have heard this before. Or even this. And I'm going to show you how to identify what those patterns are, because that pattern right there, and we'll get to this a little bit more, actually identifies not only the song, the chord pattern, but it will also almost 100% of the time identify the actual chords that you're playing. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my website with a lot of great tabs for you to follow along with. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.